Hello, thank you for choosing LCC. You're about to start your work-term co-op, and this video will help you understand what you need to do in the coming weeks and months. Welcome to your co-op orientation. By now, you should have received your work experience package. In that package, you will find the Co-op Student Work Experience Guide. In this guide, you have all you need to start your work-term co-op. You will find employment resources, the approved National Occupational Classification jobs, what students must do to prepare for their co-op work term, information about your co-op work hours, how to complete the co-op work term documents, how to submit them, and finally, completing your co-op program. So maybe grab some pen and paper so that you can take notes. Great, so let's dive right into it. LCC provides you with free resume and interview consultations. If you have already been applying for jobs and you are not getting interviews, please send me your resume to take a look. We could also make your interview answers stronger to increase your chances of landing a job. Secondly, LCC currently has a career co-op employer list. These are a group of employers who will consider your application when they are in need of new employees. They send me a request which I forward to students looking for jobs at the moment. In page number 3, you will find job search sites, which you can use to increase your chances of finding a job. If you have yet to find a job, it provides you with resources to start your job search. Do not forget that cover letters are highly important. If you would like me to take a look at your cover letter and hopefully make it more attractive for employers, please send it my way. When looking for a job, do your best to look for positions listed in the National Occupational Classifications section. Depending on your diploma program is the type of jobs that had been approved for your co-op work term. Spend some time reviewing those NOCs. If your job is not listed, please contact your co-op coordinator, and remember, it is mandatory that your job be approved. Students are encouraged to look for an appropriate work placement with support from LCC's co-op coordinator, instructors, and staff. By becoming involved in the job search process, you will be able to apply the knowledge gained in your coursework and take on an active role in your career development. Now that you are more informed, at least 1 month before you start your co-op work term, make an appointment with the co-op coordinator and check the following. Will you complete your academic requirements? You cannot start your co-op work experience unless your study term is complete and your work placement has been approved. Do you have a co-op work placement? If not, please make an appointment with the co-op coordinator. If yes, you need to submit your work experience agreement form. The work experience agreement form should be submitted to the office at least 2 weeks before you start your work experience component. If you don't have a work experience agreement form yet, please contact your co-op coordinator. So, how many hours can you work per week? It is important to understand that the maximum number of co-op hours you can complete during your work term is equal to the total number of hours you studied. For example, if your classroom instructional hours are 612, you can only work up to 612 co-op hours for your work experience. Those 612 hours must be reported to your co-op coordinator. On the other hand, do not forget that you might be eligible to work up to 20 hours per week during your academic term, the study term, and work term. You do not need to report those hours to LCC. That is to say, If you work for 24 weeks and your maximum number of co-op hours is 612, you can work 25.5 hours per week. In that same week, if your study permit allows it, you can work up to 20 hours a week. Those 20 hours a week are known as the off-campus work hours. You can find out if you qualify for off-campus work in your study permit. Great! So let's talk now about how to complete your co-op work term documents. First of all, you need your work experience agreement. Before you begin your co-op work term, submit a copy of the work experience agreement. This agreement needs to be approved by the coordinator before your co-op work experience can begin. Make sure to not leave any section unanswered. You need to state the company name, mailing address, your supervisor's name, how to reach your supervisor, and most importantly, the section that outlines the activities that the student will undertake during the work experience component. You can send me as well a copy of your job description instead of filling in that form. In the second page, you must collect the name and the signature for your employer. And don't forget to sign it yourself as well. Once you have collected all that information and signatures, please send it to your co-op coordinator who will finally sign it and approve it. Great! Moving forward, once a month, you need to provide your co-op coordinator with a report of your progress and hours you have worked for the month. In other words, there are 2 files that you must send your coordinator once a month: your timesheet and progress report. In your timesheet, you are going to report the month that you worked, the number of hours that you worked, the name of your supervisor, and the signature. Once you have that, please send a copy to your coordinator. For your progress report, you need to provide the month of the progress report and answer a few questions regarding your performance during that month at your workplace. If you disagree or strongly disagree with something during that month, please write a comment at the bottom of the form. At the end of your work term co-op, the date can be found in your work experience agreement form or in your contracts. You will give your work placement evaluation form to your supervisor. The supervisor will qualify your performance. It is important that you double check that the evaluation form has been signed and dated. All those documents can be sent to your co-op coordinator or using the email address coopwork@lcc.issbc.org. Finally, 2 weeks before your co-op program end date, you need to make an appointment for your post-work tutorial. You can email your co-op coordinator to book a date and time. Before your tutorial, you will be sent the following documents: your co-op personal improvement plan and co-op future work plan. Let your co-op coordinator know if you would like to have an in-person appointment. Students who successfully meet the program requirements of their study and work term will receive a co-op diploma. Diplomas are generally available for pickup at the registration office 3 to 4 business days after the student's program end date. If you have any questions about your student records, please contact certificates@lcc.issbc.org. After you completed your study program, there are 2 ways you might be able to work full-time. Either you already applied for work permit before your study permit expired, or you are starting a new study program. You can check for the full requirements in the website of the Government of Canada. Some final remarks, especially for those ones who are just starting their study at LCC. Do not forget to submit your SIN number as soon as you get it. If you have not received your SIN number yet, please apply through Services Canada. Additionally, you must submit a copy of your study permit and work permit. If you haven't done that yet, send them as soon as possible. If you are not 100% sure that you finished your study term successfully, please get in touch with your co-op coordinator. Do not miss any classes because that will result in a $135 penalty. Remember, you cannot start your work term co-op until your study term is complete. Please be aware that twice a year, IRCC requests information on LCC's current student status. We must report when the student status does not meet the requirements listed in your letter of understanding, contract, and policies. Those are the documents you signed when you applied to become one of LCC's students. If you have any questions, please contact your co-op coordinator.